Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Michael S10 Shopping Garage. How's everyone doing? How are you loving this warm weather we're having? Okay, got some good news, bad news on the s10 aveo on the clutch slave cylinder. I call it the slave cylinder for the throwout bearing versus what other people or the companies call it. And I'll tell you the reason why. Give me a second here. And actually, clutch slave cylinder, this hooks up to the throwout bearing. And there's the new one I bought today. The one, okay, that's the one I bought at the store today. This is the one off the internet, and it won't work. Don't fit it. It's over a year old. I'm just not getting to it. So the warranty is worn out on that. And there's the OEM one, and that goes to this, but in here. To me, this is the clutch pedal master slave cylinder. That just works the throwout bearing. Okay, now here's to the point. This off to the side. Look here. Okay, this is the one off the internet. I don't doubt it's a good product. And here's the one that's store-bought. Sorry about that. Trying to get these lined up here somewhat. There we go. Now, can you see the difference? In case you don't, look here. How shallow or short this is, shallow and short this is, how long and deep this one is. That's the problem. I'm not sure what car that fits, but it don't work on mine. Now the bolt holes work, but the bleeder hits the oil cooler tube or pipe. These two will work. Like I said, OEM, store-bought, internet bought. And to repeat, I don't doubt this is a good cylinder. It just won't work because of the depth here. So this is the one I'm going to use. I'll keep that one for some parts. Excuse the background noise, it's traffic. Okay, now, provided I don't get away too much or at all, right down in there is where the slave cylinder for the throwout bearing goes. And if I can get this, I hope. Now, if you can at this angle somewhat, there's the two bolt holes it bolts to, and here's the clutch fork that it connects to. Now, let me get the light turned the other way. And if you can make this out, excuse me, oil filter cartridge cap to the oil filter cartridge housing, the one I bought on the internet last year before last, probably should say, that the deep one hits that. I put it on this morning and felt good, and I went to look. Luckily I did. There's a gap in there, and I noticed that the bleeder screw was hitting this coolant pipe to the oil cooler. Not good. If I'd have torqued that on, I'd have more than likely cracked the housing or the cap. And the cap wouldn't be so bad, I could get a cap. But the housing, I gotta go through all this trouble. It's a long story, including the exhaust, and drain the antifreeze to get to that thing. Not a fun job. Trust me. I've done some video on this good while, a few years, X amount of years back on this. Okay, give me a second. You can see a big difference this way. Look what a difference. Now, if I get this to do this. Okay. Try to do this and somewhat one-handed. So bear with me, please. Okay. Now then, that's the area that needs to be in. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't fall, and I can give you, hopefully, a better view of this. I hope. Okay. This is the one I bought off of the internet. There is no room down in there for that oil filter cap, cartridge cap, to come off. And look where the bleeder valve is. Right there at the pipe. Not good. Now, that out. It's off to the side. Now look what a difference, and this is the OEM. Same as the new one I bought today. Okay. There's the OEM one back, well, positioned. And look at the gap I have now that I do need to get that cartridge filter out and the cap off. And look at the bleeder, which has the dust boot on it. Look at the room I have there. That's the difference. That almost caused me a mess this morning. Yeah. Okay. And I'm also going to here in a little bit blow the hydraulic line here out from the clutch slave cylinder to the throw-up bearing slave cylinder, because when I took the OEM one off from back down in there, somewhere down in there, right there, if it focuses, there we go. When I tipped it, when I got out all the way from the car, and look, I didn't drop any brake fluid on the paint. That would have been the end of the paint job, or a dot on the fender, mark on the fender. That when I tipped it, black gold Texas tea come out of it. I mean, it looked like 20,000 mile dirty oil or burnt transmission fluid. I thought, my goodness, what's the rest of the system look like? So give me a few here and we're going to blow that out. I hope this works. I'm going to do this two-handed. I need 2 or 3 more, 4 more hands to do this, and hope you'll get to see, because I won't, and see what this looks like. And just 20 psi and this setup, and see what comes out of it. So let's give this a try and see what you or I or we see. No guarantee on this, but I'm hoping. Boy, am I hoping. This is going to be a tedious job. My camera's going to be everywhere. Here we go. Oops, I keep slipping off back here for whatever reason. Now I see why. That's only a bolt. At least it went in the box. I know your eyes are bouncing around, so is my camera, or my camera in your eyes. So I'm trying this. Oh, did you see that? Okay, I did get to see a little bit of that, and I hope you did too. That's some nasty stuff. Now I know what was in the rest of this system. That's just dirty, nasty brake fluid. I still haven't figured out what this little spring-loaded button's for the trans. As soon as I find out, I'll let you know. I didn't even know it existed. Okay, now the OEM banjo bolt, new washer, copper one, second new copper washer. Now the banjo bolt has a hole going all the way through it. And I looked inside to where the eyelet is, and there's no groove in it. So we're going to see how this comes out. Give me a second. Okay. Now if you can see it, there's a notch. Looks like a 10.9 bolt. It's a hard bolt. Notch to that inlet outlet. Notch that inlet outlet. We'll see how close this is. So here we go. Okay. Now, as you can see, the two shiny spots, that's the notch for the inlet outlet. And it's almost facing the outlet of the pressure fitting on the flex line for the clutch. Looking good so far. I decided just to leave the hose as is, and I get to get the torque specs, which I will tell you on the next video, so I can maneuver this a little bit, but I have to take it all back off so I can torque the sleigh cylinder for the throwout bearing on, and then get the rod and the boot back on. So till next video, that's all for now. It's getting dark, as you could tell. Okay. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're learning like I am. This helps you out. Taking a shortcut, learn all this like I am. I'm used to the old manual clutches underneath, two nuts, jam nut, clutch fork, old Fords and Chevys like that. This clutch system is new for me, but I'm learning, and I believe it's going to do really, really good. And for any adjustments on the clutch, I just hope this doesn't, or I don't get the adjustment out of whack, kilter too much, and throw my clutch out. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated on this. So let me find out what's what here first, and I'll get back to you and let you know, bring you up to speed. So be safe, first priority. And keep the wrenches turning easy on the knuckles. Until next video, thank you all so very much.